Shadowhunters is a fantasy series about vampires, werewolves, and warlocks. But when its fans found out it was canceled earlier this summer, it inspired some very real action.
We've got a demon to hunt.
Save Shadowhunters hashtag was used in more than 15 million tweets. Fans paid for signs on London buses and billboards in Times Square and Toronto.
We built a little piece of New York City on our stage.
Canadian Chris Hatcher is one of the producers of Shadowhunters. He knows the show's Toronto set like the back of his hand. Streets, restaurants, and apartments loved by the fans now stand empty.
It definitely came as a shock to everybody, you know. Ultimately, it was a business decision that was made at a high level.
At the moment, there appear to be no plans to renew Shadowhunters, but you can see why the fans would be hopeful. The viewers of so-called genre television, science fiction, fantasy, and horror have recently been particularly successful in rescuing the shows they love.
The plan is if you guys see any of those things down there, you run.
The Expanse, a critically acclaimed show that takes place in space, got cancelled, then picked up for another season earlier this summer after an ambitious fan campaign.
This stuff's kind of cool.
Both of these shows are filmed in Canada, now the go-to place for the crews who know their stuff with props, set design, and prosthetics essential to genre television. They've also mastered the magic formula. One part escapism, one part relatability, says this TV writer.
I think it all comes down to creating a world that people want to engage with, and it's something that's outside of the normal. That sense of being in an alternate realm, while also still delivering relatable characters and relatable scenarios.
With Shadowhunters, for example, what fans like Maria Jose Garcia rave about is its portrayal of same-sex relationships.
There's some characters that are gay, bisexual, lesbian, like all these different sexualities, but those qualities never define them as characters.
But even with all that, a show's future in the competitive television landscape is always uncertain. For the Shadowhunters Toronto producer, there are rewards, even if the show is not extended. Among other things, the fans donated $20,000 to a suicide prevention project for LGBT youth, something they felt was in the spirit of the show.
To see so many young adults, put their passion into action and push forward such a highly coordinated effort, I think, for me personally, it gives me hope just for the future in general, TV aside, you know.
Shadowhunters fans will have something to feast on no matter the outcome of their campaign. 10 more episodes of the show, plus a 2-hour finale, have yet to air on Netflix. Deanna Sumanak-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.